For me, there's a lot of therapeutic value in a solo trip. And sometimes I use these opportunities to accomplish certain goals. On this trip, I bring no stove. I bring one cigarette. I climb a mountain, and I talk about pants. And I do it all alone. So I am hiking the same loop that I hiked with Rob Pelton out here. Laguna Meadows, Colima, Pinnacles. It's about a 9-mile loop. But this time I'm alone and I'm doing it the opposite direction. Flip side. So my hope and original plan was to bring the new Hilltop 24/7 pack. But I had to carry 2 nights worth of water, which is 3.5 liters, plus this Gatorade and a Monster. And those packs are really designed for 20 pounds or less if you really want to be comfortable. And I got that in liquid probably. Aren't you pretty? Temps for this trip. It's going to mirror winter. 50s during the day, and it's going to dip into the 20s tonight, so. Peanut butter a la gelée. You know, I'm not good at a lot of things, but damn am I good at walking. Except for uphill. Junction time. Again, I came up Laguna Meadows, and now I'm going to go down Colima Trail to meet up with the Pinnacles Trail, where I'm staying again in Boot Canyon tonight. Different campsite than I had with Rob. And again, going the opposite direction that we did last time. So it is January 14th. And up in the Chisos Mountains, fall continues to kind of show its colors, I guess. I don't know what they consider it here in Texas. But if you take a look here, kind of reminds me of home. I guess it does snow here in Big Bend once in a while.
You can drive all night looking for the answers in the pouring rain. You want to find peace of mind, looking for the answer.
Getting close to camp already, a little earlier than expected. But that's okay because I want to shoot some video, relax a little bit. And Boot Canyon 2 is where I'm staying tonight. So I don't remember what it looked like. I think it was cool, but we'll find out together. Well, that's a lot of campsite for one guy. I guess I'll figure out where to set up, but I should have plenty of room for food storage. So as promised, let's talk about pants. Now really for hiking, I don't like pants. I don't like them. I like shorts. But sometimes it's cold, and that's when you wear pants. And today I'm wearing pants. But I found what I believe to be the biggest hidden gem in all of hiking pants, which I've had at least 6 pairs of in the last few years. They are from Walmart, and they're under $30. They're the Wrangler hiking pants, made of synthetic materials, so they don't carry water weight, fast drying, and zippered cargo pockets on both sides. Super comfortable, and for the price of perhaps 1 pair of pants in the REIs of the world, I could probably get 3 or 4 pairs of these. So that's my pants talk. Pants from Wrangler. This is the mother of all bear lockers, and it sounds super cool. So I've mentioned this many times before, but it's a good transition into the fact that I didn't bring a stove on this trip at all. And some of you coffee lovers out there are probably gasping at the idea. But the fact of the matter is, I don't drink coffee on trail that often. Instead, I go for this Pure Kick. They're little packets. They have 80 milligrams of caffeine in them. Zero sugar. Probably by no means good for you. But it tastes like black cherry Kool-Aid, kind of, if you remember that from your childhood. So, that's how I'm getting my caffeine on trail without a stove. Pure Kick. Woo! This is one of Hilltop Pack's newer gear items. I think they're calling them the Travel Cube or something like that. I'll put down in the text if I'm wrong. But there's a couple different sizes, and they are a flat-bottomed, kind of cube-shaped, well, not cube, more of a, what do you call a rectangle cube? Recticube? They have a waterproof zipper, little tab on here to use to hang. I don't know if I will use that function, but I'm using this as my electronics bag. And the big benefit to it, why I like it, is because it has a flat bottom. A lot of times I'll put my phone in here on the charger, and it's nice to have kind of this protective cover, and still have plenty of room to reach around and grab what I need. Show you what I got in here. A pair of runner's headphones, my Nikkor NU25 headlamp, the microphone case, and microphone normally, and I'm talking on right now. Flex tail pump for my sleeping pad, an Anchor 10,000 milliamp battery bank, which I have had forever. Works great. And then I always bring an extra Type-C charging cord. So what do you do to entertain yourself at camp, Tim? This is the last cigarette I have on this trip, and I have all day tomorrow, and I'm staying tomorrow night as well. And I'm going to smoke it right now, ceremonially, so that when I wake up tomorrow, I'm at least temporarily a non-smoker. I got a little device, it's called the Fume, F-U-M, and it's essentially flavored air. Well, it's not essentially, that's exactly what it is. I'll show it to you tomorrow, because this will be the only thing I have to puff on to help with my tobacco habit. There's other tactics I'll be taking. We'll see.
Roll me up and smoke me when I die.
I'm going to enjoy the rest of this by myself. It is chilly for Texas. Right now, running at right at 33 degrees.
And if anyone don't like it, just look 'em in the eye.
Packed up. Plan for the day is to possibly hike Emery Peak, which is the highest peak out here. Right now, all I can think about is how freezing I am. I've become a little soft with these Texas temperatures. And I'm freezing my butt off, so I'm going to seek sun, and then I'll make decisions. My first glimpse of sun. I'm going to warm up a little bit, maybe grab a snack, finish my monster, and counting sleep. I'm like, what, 12 hours smoke-free? Woo! You know, it's funny because this morning was freezing ass cold. Got down to a low of like 27 last night up here. And I could not warm up this morning. And everything in my head was being like, man, just go back to the car. Especially considering, you know, I'm trying to quit smoking. It would have been easy to just go to a gas station and spark one up. But this is backpacking. Just get up and go anyway. As soon as you get down the trail, the sun pops up. It's a beautiful morning. I'm on the Pinnacles Trail right now, heading back towards Emery Peak Spur. I'm going to decide, spur of the moment, if I'm going to hike that peak today or not when I get there. I'm almost to the next pass, and this is close to where I will have to make the decision if I'm going to go up Emery Peak. But more importantly, I think there's a good view coming up. This is the device. Their gimmick is called the good habit. We'll see about that. So the whole point is they come with these little cores, and it's literally flavored air. I am not sure if this is going to work for me, but I'll try anything once, maybe even twice. Orange vanilla or raspberry lemon. I think I'm going to go orange vanilla. It's strange. I guess maybe I can see it working. Subtle, but I can taste the orange vanilla. Kind of wish something blew out. That's kind of like mental. Delicious, delicious orange vanilla air. Now I gotta decide if I'm gonna climb this mountain or not. And if I'm gonna leave my backpack behind or bring it with me. I'm gonna do it. I could leave my backpack here, but truth be told, I'm just a little too nervous to do that. But I'm going to hike Emery Peak, which is the highest peak in the Chisos. I don't know where it ranks in terms of Texas, but it's at like 7,800 feet, somewhere around there. Let's do this. Why am I climbing this mountain today? Is, well, duh, for the views. So I'm getting real close, and I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to do everything I can to make the scramble up to the top of this peak. Hey. How in the hell am I supposed to get up there? Nope and nope. So up here are like two obvious peaks. One, both have like a solar panel or something on them. This one up here, not quite sure how to get there. And this one over here, I don't know if I want to know how to get there. It's freaky. I'm going to go just a little bit around this corner and just see what it looks like. But I'm doubting that I'm going to have the guts to go up that, especially by myself or with somebody else. I didn't realize it was quite this intense and this cliff. Woo-wee! I don't want to look at it. I think I reached my comfort level, but I am only 10 feet from the peak. I'm not a perfectionist. I did not summit the mountain, but I'm not disappointed in the view. No thanks. I had two comments that really inspired me. One was, there's no such thing as a fear of heights, only a fear of falling. And that was a quote by somebody that was shared by a commenter. And I think that's a really good analogy on what happened there. I was probably a little afraid of heights, but more afraid of the fact that I might fall and die. If I didn't know how to get to the top, I wasn't about to go to it. And the second comment was from just a true charmer. Somebody named Timothy. I won't share his last name or his YouTube handle, but he said maybe I would have been able to make that trip if I wasn't so fat. And, you know, I like my body. I am not ashamed of it. I might be a little overweight. But, you know, there are some people out there that are, you know, arguably more obese than myself. And would you really want to make fun of them if they just got out and hiked? So, Timothy, I hope you watch this video because I talk about, you know, liking yourself. And I think maybe that's where you need to start, my friend. So thanks for the comments regardless. Now I'm going to get down this godforsaken mountain. Snow! So I am now on Pinnacles Trail. Way down there is the Chisos Basin and all the amenities. And technically, I can probably see my car from here. I'm still about 3.5 miles out. And I gotta say, this little fume device is at least keeping my oral fixation, somewhat gratified. Tonight, I will be staying at Juniper Flats number 1. And that was strategic because it's only like 1.2 miles from the parking lot where I'm parked. And I have to work tomorrow. So, plan is to get up tomorrow morning, hike out, then go to work. So that'll give me a 2-night head start on kicking the old habit. That air's harsh, man. Oh.
Dancing with myself. Dancing with myself. Well, there's nothing to lose and there's nothing to prove, and I'll be dancing with myself. If I looked all over the world, and there's every type of girl, but your empty eyes seem to pass me by. Leave me dancing with myself. So let's sink another drink, 'cause it'll give me time to think. If I had the chance, I'd ask the world to dance, and I'd be dancing with myself.
Well, that's quite nice, isn't it? Isn't it?
And you got me like, oh, yeah. What you want from me?
So let's talk a little bit about solo trips or loving yourself in general. There's a few reasons why I like to take solo trips. One is I like myself. I like to wake up when I want to. I like to plan the trip and do it on my agenda, on my time. I like the challenge of facing my fears, whether it be cliffs or irrational fears of animal attacks, that type of thing. Boost my confidence, and I like to hang out with me. And I guess my simpleton advice to you would be you should like yourself too. And make it really easy by just reminding yourself that you have the same taste in everything as yourself. Music, movies, food, activities, you name it. You're your own best friend. And I think that's a big part of why my corny little catchphrase is be yourself, be happy. Because that's a simple concept that makes life a hell of a lot easier. Pack up. Start my work week. 18 minutes. That's how long it took me to tear down. Pack up. And now I'm hiking out. Goodbye, Juniper Flats. Goodbye, bird friends. So it's nice to get out solo. And for more than one day, too. I'm so close to the car. I can smell the monster in the front seat. But boy, was it nice to get out for a couple nights alone. Clear my head. Spend some time with good old me. And it was fun sharing it with you as well. So thanks for being there. Without further ado, I'll see y'all real soon. So you've made it this far through this oddly unique backpacking video. Perhaps you're expecting an update. I'm here to report that I am not smoke-free. However, after being nearly a pack-a-day smoker for the last 30 years, I've made a triumphant improvement. I've smoked 2 per day. That's 1 when I wake up and 1 before I go to bed, just to curb the insane cravings that I've been experiencing. Feel free to check in the comments, hold me accountable, and ask me how I'm doing in this respect. But progress, not perfection, is always my goal. Thanks for watching, and remember, be yourself, be happy.